This Jake right here, he just totally messed this dude up, man. And when they interviewed Shogun, he said, hey, what do you got? He said, like, he's just too good. He's just too good. He's just too good. I ain't got nothing to say. He just kicked my ass, basically. He said it in his Brazilian tongue, even though he was good. But now, if you look at the different champions in the UFC, when the UFC was set up, it was set up to as an Edomite sport for Esau to be the champs in the different divisions. Well, the heavyweight is a Mexican by the name of what's his name? Cain Velasquez. The light heavyweight, which is Jones. The middleweight, which is this guy Silva, Anderson Silva. All right. The welterweight, he might look like a white boy, but he ain't a white boy. That's Saint Pierre, George Saint Pierre, GSP. That's what they call him. Like GMS. Well, they call him GSP. He looked like a white boy. He ain't a white boy. He's one of us. Then you got another champion that just came in there, Jose Aldo, which he's from Brazil. He's a dark-skinned Brazilian, and he walks through people, man. So all those titles are being taken. Jake is taking them titles, man. So they done dominated the UFC. Just like they dominated the March Madness. All you see is Jake. You see a couple of white boys in there, but a lot of them are Jakes too. All right? The NBA, the playoff, the Eastern Conference and the Western Conference coming up playoff, the championships. Who you gonna see out there? Jakes. Jakes dominate. The word dominate, domain means lordship. We are the lords of the earth. Okay? Go ahead.
It says,
they had this one thing, I don't know if it was a comedy skit, this blind white girl, she said she wanted to have, they were interviewing her, and she wanted to have sex with LeBron James, so he kept turning her down. So he followed she followed LeBron James in the bathroom, and then she started smacking her face up, right? So he said, what the hell are you doing that for? She said, well, if you don't have sex with me, I'm going to say that you beat me up. Now, I don't know if that was like a skit. I was kind of flipping the channels. But these Edomite women, they praise Jake men. When I mean Jake, I'm talking about Israelite men. You Edomites, you white boys, you're finished. You're done. You're done. You're nobodies. You're nobodies, man. You know? Go ahead.
It says, thou hast seen it, for thou beholdest mischief and spite.
That's what you do. You see a devil walking down the street, he's getting ready to do something wicked. Go ahead.
To requite it with thine hand. The poor committeth himself unto thee. Thou art the helper of the fatherless. Break thou the arm of the wicked and the evil man. Seek out his wickedness till thou find none. The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land.
Yeah, because who's in the land of Israel? Them damn heathens. Those scum rats that they call themselves Jews. Them Arabs. You got the Palestinians in there. You got the East Indians in there. You got the Greek Orthodox Church up in there. You got gooks up in there. The Mosai said he gonna kick you. Read that again. He gonna kick you out the land. Go ahead.
The Lord is king forever and ever. The heathen are perished out of his land.
You're gonna be perished out of that land. Go ahead.
Lord, thou hast heard the desire of the humble. Thou wilt.
Who are the humble? Us. Go ahead.
Thou wilt prepare their heart. Thou wilt cause thine ear to hear, to judge the fatherless and the oppressed, that the man of the earth may no more oppress.
The man of the earth may no longer oppress is talking about this Edomite, because that's all you did was oppress people. But then you get up there and say, you're talking bad about Muammar Gaddafi, like he done did all kind of wickedness, man. We got to get him. He can't kill his own people. Like you, all of a sudden, you're concerned about the Libyan people. When the other day you call all Arab-looking people terrorists. And the whole world sees, don't you know the whole world sees you, man? Don't you know the whole world is scheming on you? Wait a minute, man. Go back to that. I got the articles right here. end Libyan violence immediately. Russia and China. You ain't going to do a no-fly zone on them. And then they had major battleships, aircraft carriers from China, and they did a story on it that went over there to Libya, and they thought they were going to fight war. No, they were going to get them gooks over there. And then they put in, what was it, 18, almost 20% more money in their military. And then the former USSR, I think it was 600 billion or something like that, more money into their weaponry, into their military. So they getting ready for something. They know they're gonna go head to head with America. All right, and Germany doesn't want to have nothing to do with it, man. Go ahead.
The word here.
And all your allies that you trust in, NATO, all your NATO allies, your allies of NATO, they're gonna all come against you, including Great Britain. Cause you doing things, and this fucking monkey, Barack Obama, he's gonna really fuck this place up, man. He's doing stupid little shit, and then the little bastard, the little monkey hides down there in Brazil. And then down there in Brazil, you have Brazilians protesting against him being down there, man. The whole world's waking up to this goddamn place. Go ahead.
Yeah, that word oppress here in verse 18, the word is terrify. For the word oppress, that was the last.
And that's what you did. You terrified people. You're the real terror. You're the true terrorist. All right, now let's go from there to the book of Jeremiah, the 30th chapter, the 7th verse to the 24th verse, which is the last verse.
Jeremiah chapter 30, verse 7. Alas, for that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even a time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. For it shall come to pass in that day, saith the Lord of hosts, that I will break his yoke from off thy neck, and will burst thy bonds, and strangers shall no more serve themselves of him. But they shall serve the Lord their power, and David their king, whom I will raise.
And that's talking about David himself. It's not talking about Yahushua. It's not talking about anybody else but David. The Most High going to raise up David again. Go ahead.
Whom I will raise up unto them. Therefore fear thou not, O my servant Jacob, saith the Lord, neither be dismayed, O Israel. For lo, I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of their captivity. And Jacob shall return.
I will save thee from afar, and thy seed from the land of captivity. Give me that in Baruch. Matter of fact, I got it marked down. I'm going to pass the book to you. It'll go right to it. Yeah, this is it. You're at your end. You know, the hourglass has got a few more grains of grass, sand up in there. Go ahead. Once it's out, it's out. You can't turn that thing around. You can't flip it back around. Although if you devils had the technology to do it, you'll try to flip that thing around. You ain't going to flip nothing around. You're going to get flipped. Go ahead.
Baruch chapter 2, verse 29. If you will not hear my voice, surely this very great multitude shall be turned into a small number among the nations, where I will scatter them. For I knew that they would not hear me, because it is a stiff-necked people. But in the land of their captivity they shall remember themselves. And
your main captivity is over here in America. Go ahead.
And shall know that I am the Lord their power, for I will give them an heart and ears to hear. And they shall praise me in the land of their captivity.